Hello everyone, this is Eagle Al. I want to do a video that is kind of interesting for me. In this video I want to talk about the importance of being fit, the physical aspect, the importance of being fit for someone who tries to make prepping or is survival or mind oriented. People who just want to be prepared for whatever emergency, the importance of being physically fit. A lot of times people make off a checklist of things that are important, and they mention like water, food, self-defense. They list all these things, and on the videos I've watched, most of the videos I've watched, people pretty much never mention the importance of your physical aspect. And I actually feel like that should be high on the list. And I'm going to go into a few points to back it up. See, a lot of people think of, when it comes to, let's say, prepper, a lot of people think of, oh, that's just a person that buys a bunch of supplies. And now they're prepped, now they're ready. And then prepper has this like slang definition of, you know, someone that just has a bunch of supplies on the shelf. So now they're good for any emergency. Just having a bunch of supplies is not good enough for you to do okay in an emergency. Supplies without the right mentality, without a determination to keep going, without the knowledge on how to use those supplies, that alone isn't going to cut it for you. All the supplies in the world, if you're not able to do what you need to with them, aren't going to help you. The physical aspect is like, there's like a million scenarios you can present, from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. A small example, let's say your car breaks down on a very busy road. The road's not perfectly flat, it goes up just a little, or it's really bumpy or whatever, and you got a wife, a couple kids in the car. And when your car stalls, it's pretty much still on the road. Someone could come up behind that car, smash it, and they could kill everyone in the car. So now you need to get off the road. So you try pushing it. You've never done any actual exercise that's dedicated physical exercise in your life. Way out of shape. You climb up one flight of stairs and you can barely breathe. You go and you try to push that car off the side of the road so your family can be safe. No matter how hard you try to push it, you can't even make the car move. Maybe it rocks a little bit. You can't even make it move. Okay, how are you going to feel when a car comes up 30 seconds later and smashes into the back of the car that's on the side of the road, and now you're without a family? I mean, it might sound like an odd point to bring up, but there's just so many scenarios. It don't have to be the biggest worst case scenario you can think of, but being fit, I feel like is, like I said, is often left off that list. Not only should it not be left off of people's list, but it should be pretty high ranking on your list of important factors for someone who wants to be prepared for situations. You know, you may have to walk a really long distance. You may have to go up a really steep hill. You may have to swing an axe a whole bunch of times to get some wood ready, to make a fire. I mean, I could list so many examples, but I don't want to spend a lot of time doing that. But the only point I'm making is, you know, think about being fit and capable of physically doing the things that you need to do. Don't just focus on having a bunch of supplies on a shelf. Now, I'm not saying, okay, now all of a sudden you've got to add, go to the gym 5 times a week, get big, strong. I'm not saying that that has to be it. I know people got lives, and people are busy, and there's a lot going on. I'm not saying, like, if you're real skinny and real light, that's automatically a bad thing. You know, you don't have to have big muscles, but I'm just saying, generally be in shape. Be able to climb up a big old side of an edge of something, or go up a ladder or 4 flights of steps without coming out of breath. If you're really noticeably overweight, I'm not saying that's automatically bad. I'm just saying, once again, think about the physical aspect of things. You don't always have all the things that you need to help you in emergency right there on your body. You know, sometimes you're sitting in a McDonald's eating, and you have to protect the people that you're with. Maybe you have to do it and all you got with you is yourself. There's just so many factors in which being fit, I feel, is of major importance, along with all the other factors too. But really the most important factor for me when you're trying to be a person who is prepared for whatever situation from small to big is your mentality, your mindset. Like, that factor trumps everything. It trumps supplies, it trumps how physical you are, it trumps everything. Because the person with the mental determination to keep pushing on and to never quit no matter what, that person's going to go really far. There's people that's had lots of supplies and they don't have the will and they would give up easily. There's people that's strong physically but just give up. And then you hear other tales of people like their car flipped over out somewhere where there's nobody at, and they weren't necessarily impressive physically, but they had this determination that they're just going to keep going and keep going. So the biggest factor for a person, like I said, that wants to be ready for things is your mental state of mind, your desire, your drive to never give up no matter what. But I just wanted to say that I felt that being fit is left off of most people's list when it comes to being prepared, and I wanted to tell people that don't leave that off your list. This is Eagle Al. Thanks for watching.